Hello YouTube, it's J6 back at your service, and quite a lot has happened since the last episode, so let me take you on a brief tour of some of it. The first thing you'll notice is I've greatly expanded the village. I've created quite a few more of these NPC houses. I figured it was necessary. And finally, at long last, somewhere around here, I have an iron golem strolling about, thinking he's protecting the villagers, which is always a very nice thing to have. Second, I'm not sure how many dogs I had left at the last episode, but at the moment, I have 2 of them. There's one. The other's around here somewhere. So that's not really a change, but it's still important. Third, the roads have been quite flushed out. So for example, here we have, I wish the signs were working, but they're still not working in the snapshot. Here we have Horizon Road stretching towards the north. And that's brand new. There's also a few more. There's the other dog. And finally, the most important of all the recent additions, the maps are done. So first of all, here you can see plenty of the Montmartre district. In the center, how am I going to do this so that you can see it? Well, in the center, where the cursor is, that is the cathedral, Sacré-Cœur, where most of the adventure map, well, not adventure map, most of the playthrough of that adventure map took place. Slightly below it, oh, I can't see with the cursor. Slightly below it is where the center of the map is. Also, that's the well that we jumped into. Below that well is actually the beginning of the train that leads to the Nether. The Nether portal entrance is in between is a little bit. If you go to the center of Sacré-Cœur and head slightly right, slightly east, you'll find the entrance to the Nether inside the building with Satan's head. Now, if you continue west from there, I mean not west, if you continue east from there, you'll eventually meet up with the road that leads out of the city, down the staircase and to the side. That is Equator Road again. So, follow Equator Road all the way out to the east, off the edges of the map, and you get to... mapping these was impossible. And you get to continue Equator Road. That is, well, it's slightly south of where my player boat location is on this map here. Equator Road continues, as we've seen before, it's the same road, over the river and into the village, somewhere back there by the blacksmith shop. Now, you can finally see the layout of the map, which I've been talking about repeatedly. So, if you follow Equator Road this way, you're going to come to the Grace Mansion. From Grace Mansion, you could take that road, which you can only just barely see there. It looks like a tan strip, very tiny. That would be Sky Castle Path. There we go. Sky Castle Path, which leads straight up to the King's Road. The King's Road travels east and west, and it is going to be this road that we explore today. Let me double check my tasks here. Alright. I believe I'm basically ready to set out. Now that I've showed off... Well, actually, sorry. This third map, mapping jungles is impossible. I gave up very, very quickly. So, this map is almost redundant. Now let me put these away. Let me drop off those cobblestone stairs. There's no need for... Oh, there's the iron golem. Hello, good sir. And I'll put back the slow sand. Yeah, that should be good. Chop down a few trees along the way. What is a sheep doing on the loose in the village? Who knows? So, today's mission, we're going to start by taking... Oh, that's a nuisance. That shouldn't be like that. Caves. Okay. We're going to start by taking Horizon Road north. And Horizon Road will lead us to... Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. We're not. We're going to start by taking Equator Road west. So if we go with the lore of this map, perhaps in ancient times there was a king of this land who ruled from the ruined castle to the northwest. We're going to take this road, Karstark Road, north, and we'll encounter that ruined castle. And along the road leading east from his castle, this king built many monuments to his power, and it's those that we're going to explore today. Yes, they were imported, but I believe they'll fit quite nicely. Some are my own, some are not my own. Alright, here we have the ruined castle. This castle stands as a monument to a former king's power. I can't remember quite what it was built for, but at the moment it serves as a mob trap. We have farm animals that go along here. Oh goodness. This is going to kill my frame rate. And below it is actually a dark room. So here I've just traveled north along the edge of the castle. I temporarily put the difficulty down to peaceful so that I could get away from those massive amounts of mobs spawning. I'll fix that momentarily. And now I'm heading west along, oh god, the King's Road. This road you'll see is actually made of brick. This was an important road in those ancient times. The next building we encounter is Clandestine Station. This is going to be the hub for the railway system that I set up on this map, which should be quite interesting. I've got it all drawn up. I'm going to save exploring this... Well, actually, that's not true. Let's go right ahead and jump right in. Now, this is not my own, I'm afraid, but I'm going to add plenty of touches of flair, as I have done somewhat already, to claim it. So, you enter this station not from the King's Road, but rather from that north-south road that we had just encountered. Come down this central hub. Really a beautiful station. Very well made. And go down either one of these sides. From here, you'll see various rail lines. Well, that was a damn nuisance. While I was fighting with the frame rate, a creeper blew up in my face, and, well, obviously he set me back a bit. I've restored my supplies about as well as I think I'm going to under present circumstances. I've also added an iron axe and the door for the blacksmith when I get back. But those levels of experience hurt, as well as my armor. So, kind of damage did you hear? Alright, we'll fix that real quick and be back on our way. Back on our way. We are continuing east upon the King's Road. Still beside Clandestine Station. Do a little bit of terraforming here. And moving along. From now on, I think I'm going to be killing the random cows I encounter. Because on the one hand, I need the armor. And on the other hand, I don't need to keep the cows alive. I have 2 cows penned up somewhere near the base. That was shown in an earlier episode. I just knocked 2 into a little hole where I can breed them. Same thing as I did with the sheep to get them in the village. I've just been too lazy to go back and collect the cows. Go back and herd them into the village, rather. Anyway. It's a little rough. And there's the other side of the station. So, continuing along the King's Road. Well, that's actually a lucky break. As soon as I say, I'm going to start killing the cows start appearing for the slaughter. It's like they're masochistic or something. Anyway, you're gonna die, you're gonna die for the greater glory of my armor and experience points. Very good, very good. Speaking of, well actually I wasn't, but thinking of missing mods, I really miss a simple little mod by Rizigami called Death Chest. Minecraft should really have that mod naturally. It's when you die, you drop a chest which contains your items. It's about the most useful thing you can imagine. Nope, come back here and die, thank you. Continuing along. Now, continuing along, the next thing that we see, oh wow, it doesn't even render, that's fantastic, is the giant sky castle, or really rather the arena. Right here I have, because again I am planning on making this server eventually, I have, what is his name? Goodness, I've completely, it's Seth Bling's Minecraft tower control game, high up in the sky. And once I have Better Than Wolves installed, I'll have a rope dropping down here as if the castle is dropped anchor, and you'll be able to climb up and see it. In the meantime, let's see if I can get it to, oh, I'd forgotten that was off. Let me see if I can get it to show up by changing the render distance to far. No, maybe? Perhaps? Keep going? That's still loading, and loading, and loading. Nope, not even with far. Well, it's up there. Look up Minecraft Tower Control by Seth Bling. You won't regret it. It's absolutely fantastic. This is, again, it's problematic because I don't have the signs working. Oh, here we go. You can actually see the shadow of the giant arena above this area, putting it completely out of the sunlight. And this road leads, this is actually Sky Castle Road, or Sky Castle Lane, or something like that, which leads back south to Grace Manor. But continuing west a tiny bit more, we follow the King's Road still into ragged terrain, the terrain of the jungle. I hate jungles. Well, I actually don't hate jungles, but I dislike jungles. And I need to get a fishing rod and catch an ocelot to keep the damn creepers away, but not yet. Oh, the creepers took my wolves. Every time I get wolves, creepers get rid of them. It's a damn shame, I tell you. There we go. Last but not least, the King's Road ends at a coliseum, a massive mob arena. Now, it's not quite done yet, but it's very close. So this coliseum, first of all, it has seating for many, many, many people who can come and watch the arena's action. And the arena's action is a player or group of players fighting against mobs. Now let me show how that works. Well, let's see where this puts... Ah, I'm on the wrong side. Anyway, here's how it works. Inside there is a gate of iron bars. This is the control box for the announcer or such. The announcer flicks a lever, I'll walk towards it, and when he flicks the lever, those iron bars open up, which releases mobs from an unfinished dark room who are lifted up by an elevator. The mobs flood the arena, and it's a player's job to get rid of all the mobs that have loaded. I'll make it such that when the lever is flicked down, lights come on in the mob room and we won't have a continuous flow of monsters. Still, it will be quite a lot of them. So you'll be able to hear it, see it. There we go. Flick this lever, and the gates have opened. So now, while the unsuspecting player or team of players is waiting in the Colosseum itself, a stream of mobs have just entered the Colosseum. I can still certainly demonstrate some of the tricks and traps of this arena, to my peril. Here is a very simple parkour course. Up top is a dispenser with some diamond armor. Once I have the plugin available, that dispenser will infinitely dispense them. So every time you head up that arena, you get an armor boost, basically. In the center, there's a chest. You can use it to safeguard your items if you get there right away. Up here is a sort of makeshift enchantment room. Also, you have access to a furnace and a chest. A furnace and a crafting table, so you can craft on the fly. This also provides a good temporary escape from whatever hostile mobs are after you. Over this way is a wall of arrow dispensers. And you can press, oh, there should be a button there. Maybe it's over on this side. Yes. Pressing the button would fire arrows out from each of those dispensers, so you can lure mobs over here and then gun them down. Here is a wall of ruins. This doesn't really outsmart any mobs with zombies, but you can trap zombies and sort of get them one at a time using this. Over here is simply a pedestal for surveying the battlefield. And in this pond, right now it's simply an empty pond. However, when I get other mods, when I get mods installed, such as Dr. Zark's More Creatures, things like sharks will become a danger. So I can actually make another course down in here for the player to have to fight his way through to finish the arena. Overall, though, I think with a nice flood of mobs, this should be a very fun place for a team of players to go through. So now I suppose the only thing left to really do is regain some of my lost experience. I do not feel comfortable fighting Endermen, but I'll take a zombie. there we go. Overall, I'd say a rather successful trip. I'm off to fix the blacksmith store, and then thank you for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye.
Well, I woke up today